All right, welcome to Seasons of the Ukulele 221, the Rhinestone Cowboy. Now, if that doesn't give it away, I don't know what will. First of all, you'll have to excuse the goggles. I had LASIK surgery on Friday, and with a 3-year-old and flying toys, you just always need to be prepared. So, as I was preparing for this week, I find that hosting the seasons is kind of like open mic, right? Some acts are easier to follow than others, and honestly, we've had a string of tremendous seasons. So for me personally, I always feel a little bit of angst when I'm trying to come up with a theme because I don't, I guess, want it to always be a free-for-all, but a learning opportunity, but one that people want to participate in. You know, personally, there have been a lot of seasons that for one reason or another I didn't step up to the challenge. But the big thing that I take away from the seasons all the time is that I always learn something. And I've learned a bunch of different music that I really enjoy that I wouldn't have learned had I not come in contact with the seasons. So I have been wanting to do this for a while. And although it feels maybe like Prince would be the better choice, Seasons of the Ukulele 221 is all about Glen Campbell. Glen's had an amazing, not only TV career, movie career, but his music career is absolutely phenomenal. His recording career stretches from his first album, and I think in 1962, through his last in 2011. And around that same time, he was completing his Goodbye Tour in 2012, where even with being afflicted by Alzheimer's, performed like 108 shows while there was a documentary being filmed about his life. If I didn't mention it, so he currently afflicted with Alzheimer's. So if you happen to watch that documentary, you'll see the effects that has had on his life. If you aren't a Glen Campbell fan, you may not know that he was also a session guitarist for tons of people, including Phil Spector, the Beach Boys. He even replaced Brian Wilson for a stretch. Frank Sinatra, the Righteous Brothers, the Monkees, Elvis, Bobby Darin. The list goes on, but those are a few. He's also covered a ton of songs from his favorite artists. And as a side note to Wim, because I know you'll find it anyways, there was even a U2 song in there, I believe. So the rules are pretty simple. Don't post until you should. Your ukulele must be present in the video. Do it as simple or fancy as you want. Mention the current season somehow. No limit on the songs. Really any song that Glen wrote, sang, or was involved in somehow. But when you post the song, put a little factoid or something about Glen, how it relates to the song. Was it original? Was it a cover? Anything that you can find that, you know, might be a learning opportunity for other people. I don't think for this season that you should have a problem finding any song, however many songs that you want to do. However, my hopes are that if you're not a fan of Glen or you don't know anything about him, that, like I mentioned, that this is yet another seasonal opportunity to learn something about music that you may not know. Personally, I would also encourage you to watch the documentary, as it really is an incredible story. One of the things that sticks out, but I honestly can't remember if it was from a news clip or the documentary itself, but they're interviewing Glen, and this poor guy basically doesn't even know who he is. All of a sudden he asks for a guitar and starts ripping out songs like, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. So, I mean, it just, I think his story, his life shows the amazing power of music. So have fun with the season. I definitely won't get tired of hearing the classics like Rhinestone Cowboy, Southern Nights, Wichita Lineman. By the time I get to Phoenix, Galveston, just encourage you to bring it on. So in terms of the prizes, I'll pick 3 songs at the end with a $15 Amazon gift card. These will be 3 songs that, for whatever reason, and again, like I always say, I don't know necessarily why it touches me, why it doesn't, but I'll try and get it down to 3 songs. So again, have fun with the season, bring the classics, and we'll see you at the end of the week.